Hello and welcome back to A Course in Miracles workbook for students. We are on lesson 80. Wow. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. If you are willing to recognize your problems, you will recognize that you have no problems,
Ba-dum-bum.
right? Your one central problem has been answered and you have no other. Therefore, you must be at peace. Wow.
You must.
Salvation thus depends on recognizing this one problem and understanding it has been solved. One problem, one solution, salvation is accomplished. I think I know this like in my heart, but
Mm,
having a body and living this life is hard, in my
right.
opinion.
hmm
Salvation is accomplished. Freedom from conflict has been given you. Accept that fact, and you are ready to take your rightful place in God's plan for salvation.
hmm Number 2, your only problem has been solved. Repeat this over and over to yourself today with gratitude and conviction. You have recognized your only problem, opening the way for the Holy Spirit to give you God's answer. You have laid deception aside and seen the light of truth. You have accepted salvation for yourself by bringing the problem to the answer. And you can recognize the answer because the problem has been identified.
There's a mouthful for you. Number
hmm
2, you are entitled to peace today. A problem that has been resolved cannot trouble you. Only be certain you do not forget that all problems are the same. Their many forms will not deceive you while you remember this. One problem, one solution. Accept the peace this simple statement brings.
Number 4. In our longer practice periods today, we will claim the peace that must be ours when the problem and the answer have been brought together. The problem must be gone because God's answer cannot fail. Having recognized one, you have recognized the other. The solution is inherent in the problem. You are answered and have accepted the answer. You are saved.
Now let the peace that your acceptance brings be given you. Close your eyes and receive your reward. Recognize that your problems have been solved. Recognize that you are out of conflict, free, and at peace. Above all, remember that you have one problem and that the problem has one solution. It is in this that the simplicity of salvation lies. It is because of this that it is guaranteed to work.
Assure yourself often today that your problems have been solved. Repeat the idea with deep conviction as frequently as possible, and be particularly sure to apply the idea for today to any specific problem that may arise. Say quickly, "Let me recognize this problem has been solved."
Let us be determined not to collect grievances today. Okay, that's what I've been doing. Let us be determined to be free of problems that do not exist. The means is simple honesty. Do not deceive yourself about what the problem is, and you must recognize it has been solved. And that's why we meet every day, because having a body and being in this world is not peaceful.
Mm, yeah.
And by going over these lessons, because the last several have been about let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Let miracles replace all grievances. I'm entitled to miracles and I'm under no laws but God's reminds us that all of this is an illusion,
hmm
which is hard when you live life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet, when we meet on a regular basis, then we can recognize and remember that this is an illusion. This is just your only job here. And I think I even said this beforehand, Kelly, is or maybe I was just thinking it, happiness is our function.
Right.
Happiness is
Yes.
our function.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that doesn't
That's
make, well, and because this is an illusion, God knows what we need. And
hmm
we really never struggle unless we're supposed to have this experience.
hmm
Doesn't make it easier. That's all.
No, that is exactly right. We are meant to go through these experiences and, like you say, feel all the feelings,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause otherwise, we would just literally be a ghost walking through walls and, walking through our experiences without really having them mean anything to us.
The
Not
Great
that they have
Awakening,
to mean
right?
anything, but yeah, absolutely.
To just be aware, because there's just so many people that are not aware of anything.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess that's their journey, is just to
Yeah, I'm not
live more of
comparing
a
them.
empty shell of a
Yeah,
life.
because you can see some of those people. You can just tell
Yeah,
there's nothing there in a sense, right?
yeah. Their stress is their life. They're keeping that busy work is their life, right? Because it keeps them from recognizing what's really important.
Well, and in this world, there's nothing important here.
Right.
Like this is all very fleeting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't make your day-to-day life though that you eat, and this is why we meet to anchor
No,
in who we are,
yeah,
what we're going through.
yeah.
So
It
I have
makes it
one
more
problem that I
challenging,
believe in
really.
separation,
Mhm.
and separation doesn't exist
Right.
because we've acknowledged that that's all the only problem we have is separation. And well, I think that's the only problem, right?
Mhm.
And that it's been
And
solved.
and it's been solved. Exactly. Yeah. You are entitled to peace today.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I didn't get that
Mhm.
underlined. You are entitled to peace today.
Mhm.
A problem that has been resolved cannot trouble you. Only be certain you do not forget that all problems are the same. Their many forms will not deceive you while you remember this. One problem, one solution. Accept the peace this simple statement brings.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
One
heaven's
problem.
sakes, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Recognize that your problems have been solved.
Let me recognize my problems have been solved. Now let the peace that your acceptance brings be given you.
Yep.
That's why we meet every day or,
Mhm. Yeah.
regularly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Close your
Freedom
eyes and
from,
receive your reward.
yeah. Well, and I also know my meditation practice has been lacking.
Mhm.
And just the last couple of days, I've been incorporating that back in. And I, I mean, our goal is not to feel better, but it sure makes me feel better
And there's
because I
nothing wrong
think
with
I'm
that.
no, and I think you're really in the present moment and really one with Source, with God,
Mhm.
when you're in a meditative state.
Right.
It's peaceful. There's nothing to worry about in those moments. And
Yeah.
when you step out of your meditation, there's still nothing to worry about.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just remember better when I meditate.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So grounding.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I'm still back. I'm back to guided meditations, which is fine. She talks for, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes, and then there's 12 minutes of she shares a mantra that you
Mhm.
can choose to remember or just bring yourself back into the moment, which I'm good at doing that. And
Mhm.
just the next 12 minutes is just nice, peaceful music.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you try to set some time aside today to do that?
Yeah, I will definitely do that.
Nice.
And then at bedtime, I did another one. I do a compassionate body scan at bedtime.
Mhm.
It just helps me to, well, I mean, uh, yeah, I didn't want that to have to be my way to fall asleep. And so
Mhm.
I broke my consecutive days. I'm going to share about that on social media. Because I think I did in Insight Timer, you have to actually say you feel good or bad or sad or happy or great or whatever
Okay.
before it recognizes that you've watched the video. It's not like you can watch it and it goes, oh, she was watching or participating in this meditation or video or whatever. So you
Mhm.
have to actually say something. So I got to 250 days,
Ah,
but I've
that's quite a
actually done
while.
this particular meditation, I think 700 and some odd times.
Huh.
but because it just has that number way up in the top corner, but it's like,
Mhm.
oh, you've made it through 250. Well, that's because I did the sliding
Right.
I thing, and it recorded that I watched them
Yeah.
consecutively.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
watched 500 without, you know, acknowledging how I felt.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that doesn't count in Insight Timer. But anyway,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
I'm a bit grumbly today, as you can tell. Yeah. And so here we are, remembering that we only have one grievance. Let me recognize miracles. Let miracles replace all grievances. Every grievance is a block to sight, and as it lifts you, see the Son of God where he has always been. So yeah, I've just been mucking about.
Mhm. Mhm. As you do in this meat suit.
In this meat suit, we just
Yeah.
sure do that, don't we?
Mhm.
So I'm grateful for this time. It's a short one today, I can tell, because I needed to vent prior to our video.
It's just
And that's
perfect.
okay too. We're not
Absolutely.
going to judge it. It is what it is. And
It was a
now,
necessary event.
yeah. And now my only problem has been solved. Repeat this over.
Yay!
Because you know what? I never go without. So
Mhm.
why my issues are always about money,
Right.
not having enough. And I always have enough, but I
Mhm.
always like circle back to that. I never have
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
Like I always have enough. What does enough mean?
Right. Yeah.
But I always have enough.
Your
Always.
problem has been solved.
My problem has been, and it has always been solved.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And will
Always been
continue.
solved. And will continue to be solved.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the release. Mhm.
I am entitled to peace today. So yeah, we'll just anchor that in and I have laid deception aside and seen the light of truth. I have accepted salvation for myself by bringing the problem to the answer. So it's
Lovely.
already been solved. All of it's
Thank
already been
goodness.
solved,
Thank goodness.
right? Thank
Mhm.
goodness.
Yep.
Thank goodness. Yeah. Are we good?
We're good.
All right, let's end the recording here.